everybody, and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac, and we are back playing some FTB Infinity for episode 68. Now, last episode, we created a brand new dimension, and in that brand new dimension, we set up a fully automated process for smelting, doubling, and basically processing all of our ores into ingots, as well as filtering out all of the rest of the stuff so that it goes round and into our AE system. Now, since the end of last episode, I've tweaked a few things in this system to make it work a little bit more effectively. As you can see, stuff is constantly streaming out now. All the stuff should be going into the right place. You can see the iron just went in there. Everything else is getting looped around. It now goes into a chest and then through into the Tesseract. So, one of the few changes that I made is I put chests down before the Tesseracts, because for some reason, I'm not quite sure why, the retriever doesn't like the inventory of the Tesseract, because it kind of only has like a one slot inventory. And so what it does is it tries to put stuff in the Tesseract, but because it only has one slot, it's pretty slow. So instead, what we've got now is it's pulling stuff out into the chest, which actually has a pretty big inventory, and then we have stuff being pulled out of the chest, sent into the Tesseract, and for some reason, this is faster and seems to work a bit better. I've also done the same thing over here. I was having a weird issue where only iron was getting pulled out and sent to the stuff, and everything else was just not. So I put a chest down, did the exact same thing. We now have a resonant servo there, pulling stuff out into the Tesseract. I also moved this Tesseract up one from the floor before we had a redstone energy conduit between both Tesseracts to transfer power, but somebody in the comment section of the last episode did point out that when we did that, we were limiting the amount of power that we could use to the max limit of the redstone flux ducts here, which I believe is about 10,000 redstone flux per tick, if I'm not mistaken, which might seem like a lot, but bear in mind these quarries have all 3 speed upgrades in them, and we'll be tearing through our power like it is nobody's business. One way that we can show you that it is tearing through our power is that if we head back to the overworld, both of our big reactors are now back online. I did some playing around with the export bus that I talked about at the end of last episode, and I thought I was going to have to upgrade it to accept both Yellorium and Uranium, but it seems like we're just getting Yellorium. I thought it would be the complete opposite. I thought we were just going to get Uranium. We have 53 Uranium, but we have 624 Yellorium, and we seem to be getting more Yellorium than we are Uranium. So I've just left it with Yellorium. It seems to be working fine for now. Both of the big turbines here are back online. All of our TNT generators are online. Both of our culinary generators are online. And now if we go and look at our current power storage situation, we are currently full on power, which is good. It means that we're not using like the 20,000 hour per tick that we're making, but also our laser drills over here are not running either. If I turn this on, like so, I think we start to lose power even before we turn this one on. So I think we are somewhat close to the amount of power that we're creating here. Let's have a look. That one, not quite. So that's good, which means we're not using, the quarry's not quite using like 15,000 hour per tick, which is nice, but I don't quite think we have enough power for this. Anyway, I'll leave that for now. I'll come back in a second because I'll check that later on in the episode, because I'm pretty sure that if I hook this one up, we're going to start losing power pretty quickly. And that's not what I want. I like to have a nice, stable backlog of power that we can rely upon. And this looks like that is that. I'd also like to make this bigger as well. I think I might work on that at some point in the future so we can have a bigger backlog of power if we need it. But for today, I want to work on something different. So, the new dimension we made, the portal to the last millennium. I like that dimension. It's like our own little pocket room that we have where we can just put stuff and it's out of the way. And I want to build more stuff in that dimension. The only problem with building stuff in that dimension is whenever I want to get something out of my AE system, I have to come back to the overworld, teleport over to the base, then go ahead and pull it out of the AE system to teleport back to the portal to the millennium, and then do the same thing over and over and over again every time I want something. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make my AE system accessible from the other dimension. We're going to make our AE system go cross-dimensional and have it be able to be accessed anywhere. So, what we need to do to start is we need to go ahead and make ourselves what's known as a matter condenser. That is this guy over here, and he's made fairly easily using 4 glass, 4 iron, and 1 fluix dust. We seem to be missing a fluix dust. So let's go ahead and grab some redstone, some nether quartz, and some certus quartz, and I think it do. Is that right? Is that right? Is it charged certus quartz? I have no idea. Let's check. I haven't done this in like, it's been like 20 episodes now since we did this. That is not, oh, it's right. Okay. I don't think they had to be charged. I think we just wasted some charged Certus quartz there, but that's fine. That's fine. Where is our pulverizer? Oh, look at that. We had some already. Cool. All right, let's get some more prepared for the future. Let's throw you in there with you, and we should get ourselves a matter condenser. Nice. Now, the next thing that we are going to need is a 64K storage component. This guy over here. And this guy is a bit of a pain to make. It's made using 3 16K components, each of which is made using 3 4K components, and each of those made using 3 1K components. So this is pretty much the biggest pain in the backside ever. Now, can we make processors? If I request one of these, does it actually work? Do I get one? It should work. And it looks like it is. Let me just check and make sure that does go through. It does. Good. Since I've fixed the AE system up and fixed all the channels, most of our stuff is working again now, which is nice. And I think the best way we're going to be able to do this is if I teach the AE system how to craft it. So let's have a look here. We should have some patterns. We do. Let's see about teaching our AE system how to make each step of this. If we encode that, I'm going to change that because that seems like a bad idea. Crystals, I believe we can make them using these crystals, which we have a lot more of, and that is not at all what I wanted to do, but that's fine. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. We'll encode that. And then, is that right? Charged with 4 Certus quartz crystals. Yep, that's fine. And then we'll do the same thing for this one, the 4K one, which does require one of those processors, which I'm pretty sure we just made. So I'm not quite sure why that didn't work. But we'll put that there. And what's up with that? What's up with that? Oh, nope. Yep. Oh, it's the wrong one. It's a calculation processor. Okay. Calculation processor, request, next, start. That one does require those pure Certus quartz crystals. I have a really bad feeling that we're not going to have enough Certus quartz crystals in order for that to work. That is working. It should be. There we go. Okay, everything's looking good. Everything is looking good. So, what we need to do here is we need to make one of these 64K storage components. And then what we need to do is we need to put the matter condenser down, put the 64K storage component within it, and fill up the ME64K storage component, which can hold 256,000 items. So we have to fill that up, at which point we will get what is known as a singularity. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to go away, I'm going to try and make one of these 64K ME storage components, and I'll be back in a second. And about 400 years later, after the inscribers have finally finished making like 50 basic logic processors, we have ourselves a 64K ME storage component. Jeez, that took a long time. Anyway, now what we need to do is we need to go ahead, chuck this guy down, the matter condenser, where it's going to be able to get a lot of items. And the one place that we have right now that is generating a lot of items is over here, our cobblestone generation system. So we need to hook this up to the fastest cobblestone generators. Are all of these like kind of the same speed? They look to be. What I'm going to do, I didn't want to do that at all. What I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to go ahead and say disconnect this. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to pick it up. And then we're going to go ahead and move like this over to the other side. And we're going to have all of this cobblestone going into the matter condenser. So I'll put that there. We'll put the matter condenser down there. The matter condenser does have a few modes. We want it in this mode, the ME condenser dash output condenses into singularities mode. And we need to give this thing 256,000 items. And we also need to put one of these in there. And as you will see, it instantly starts filling up pretty slowly. Not gonna lie, it's not very fast, in all fairness. We could probably do with hooking up the rest of these to this guy as well. But it's a start, and I didn't want to do that, and it's working. So we just have to wait now until 256,000 cobblestone makes its way into here, at which point we will get ourselves one of these singularities. So, while that's working on getting us a singularity, we need to make the two contraptions, or the two devices, that are going to allow our ME network to communicate with kind of a different sub-ME network that's not really a sub-network in another dimension. Now, the way we do that is making two of these, like, quantum rings, I guess, ME quantum rings, and for that, you guessed it, we need a bunch of ME quantum rings, as well as 2 ME quantum link chambers. Now, the quantum link chambers are made using some quartz glass and 4 fluix pearls. These are made using some fluix dust, some fluix crystals, and some ender pearls. We need 8 of these, and we got 2. That's just great. We do have some more fluix dust here, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, we didn't have enough for that at all. We've got enough to make 1, and then we need 3 more of these, which means we need a bit more of everything. And I don't think, actually, I was going to say I don't know if we have enough nether quartz to make this happen, but I think we do. Let's have a look here. Certus quartz crystals. Let's grab a stack of you. Let's throw all of you guys into here. I had to wait for some flipping Certus quartz seeds to grow. They took forever. We need to get more crystal growth accelerators down to make this process faster, because my goodness, that took forever. Do they have to be charged? Oh, what is this about? What is this about? It means I have to go and use the charger, which is all the way in here, and it's so slow. Oh. Wait, why is that not showing up? Is this? Oh, what? What? Okay. Nope, is this like server lag? Oh, is the server lagging right now? It's not. The chests are opening fine. You're just being a pain. Well, okay, guys, it looks like what I'm going to do. Is that charged now? It says contains charged Certus quartz at the top. You are broken. You are coming. What? 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 What was that? Oh my goodness. Do we have what it takes to... Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. The server's lagging. Okay, guys. I'm going to go away. I'm going to make a bunch of charged Certus quartz. I'll be back in a second. And a little while later, we are back. So, the server's being a little bit iffy right now, guys. I apologize if there's any, like, lag or TPS issues for the rest of the video. Hopefully, they won't be too bad. But basically, what I've gone ahead and done is sat here for, like, far too long, waiting for this stuff to turn into charged Certus quartz, popping it out, putting another one in, doing that over and over and over and over and over again, until we have a decent amount of charged Certus quartz. I've then made some more Fluix dust, made some more Fluix crystals, made a bunch more logic processors, engineering processors, and just a bunch of stuff. We now have the 2 ME quantum link chambers. The next thing we're going to need is 16 ME quantum rings. So these guys are made using 2 logic processors, 1 engineering processor, 4 iron, 1 energy cell, and 1 ME dense cable. And like I said, we need 16 of these, so quite a lot. Now, I did go ahead and make quite a bit of ME glass fiber cable. We have 11 there. ME glass, we have 55 in total. We should have what it takes to make enough of this to get a little bit more if we make some more of the Fluix crystals in our little puddle over here. And we almost did it. Almost. Let's try that again. If we throw you in there with you and you, we should be pretty much good to go. There we go. I'll take all those. Let's see now. If we put those in there, boom. 1, 2, 3 should be more than enough. Then we got to go ahead and combine them all up with some wool. That gets us 64. And then if we go ahead and do something like this, boom, we get 16 ME dense cable. Nice. We then need to combine that up with 16 energy cells. Now, I have a feeling, I had a feeling that we did not have anywhere near enough to make 16 of those. So, let's do that. That gets us, what, flipping 4? Oh, geez, that's not good. Energy, how many are we on right now? We are on 6. We need 10 more of those. We can get 1. We need 9 more of those. Jeez. Okay, do we have any Fluix crystals lying around? We have 15, which should get us 4 more. But then we still need 5 more after that, which means we still need more of the crystals, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. We can just go ahead and do this, this, and this. While we're waiting for that, let's get some more of these going. So I don't get this charger. Sometimes they like transfer instantly. Like sometimes you'll put it in and it will instantly become charged. And then sometimes it takes like up to a minute or something ridiculous to turn into a charged crystal. It's really weird. But anyway, let's take all those. The good news is it took so long to get all this stuff together that the 64K storage component is almost done becoming a singularity over on the other end of the base. So we should be able to go and grab one of those at any time now. Let's go ahead and make 5 more of those. Is that enough? I don't think it is. I think we're 1 short. No, we're not. We're 4 short, which means we need to put some more of these in. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put 16 of those in there. Let's do a quick check on our singularity. I think it should be almost done. It was on like 170,000 last time I checked, and it is now on 190,000. We're almost there. We're almost at 256,000, and the server is being an absolute pain in the backside in terms of lag right now. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Oh, jeez. All right, let's take you. That's good. How are you doing? You're not doing too bad. Our pulverizer over here ran out of juice. We should really put these in the sag mill. I actually went ahead and because it took so long, I put an octadic capacitor in there, which is something we really should have done like a gazillion episodes ago. but we've only just done now. Now, why in the world is this not getting power? Is my question. It should be, but it's not. Why? We're not out of power, I don't think. I think our power situation is still doing pretty well. Yeah, we're still on pretty much full power right now, which is good. Why? Why are you not getting any power? You should most definitely be getting power. That's connected to there. That is connected around here. Where? Oh, okay. Okay, I see what's happening here. I don't think we have any more cables, like, ready to go. Oh, this is a pain. This is a pain. Do we have a Tesseract lying around? Oh, we don't. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, redstone, flux ducts. Nope. Okay, well, we tried. In that case, let's just do this. Let's just put them back in here. It's fine. It would have been faster in the sag mill, but the sag mill is now out of juice. So we'll just put that back down over there, and we will fix the floor real quick. We should really get our wand out. And I do also, at some point, want to get the Super Builder's Wand. Is it called the Super Builder's Wand? I think it is. There's the Builder's Wand, and then what used to be the Creative Wand is now called the Super Builder's Wand, which you can actually get, which I absolutely love, because that thing is fantastic. And we are somehow missing a block. I have no idea how we managed to do that. That is a little bit of a pain, but that's fine. We'll take those, and we should be good to go. So we'll do this. We'll do this. That gets us easily 4 more. You can go in there. We are missing, of course, we are missing flipping one thing. We're missing 1 quartz glass. Oh, jeez. All right. Boom. And, oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to go boom and boom. Nice. We'll throw it in there, and then we'll go ahead and do something like this. Boom and boom. Whew. Okay, so we now have 16 of these ME quantum rings and 2 of these ME quantum link chambers. Now, what we need to do with these is hook them up. So I'm going to put the first one here. I'm just going to put it smack bang behind our current system. I think having that cable there should connect this up to our current system. And an ME field ring looks like this. And as you can see, it should have. Yeah, it's gone ahead and hooked up there. This thing's got power. Everything is good. Now, what we need to do is set up the same thing in the Millennium. Now, I don't know what to call this dimension. Is it called the... there's a portal to the last millennium. I'm going to call this the last millennium. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's go ahead and do something like this. Boom, boom. And now what we need to do is if we right-click on this, you can see the little interface here. There is simply 1 slot. We need to make a pair of quantum link singularities and put one of them in here, one of them in the field ring back in the overworld, and then they will connect to each other. So... let's head on back. Let's do a quick teleport back to home. And let's see if the storage component is almost done. Okay. Hopefully, it is almost there. It is. All right. I'm going to go away, guys. I'm going to wait for this thing to finish, and I'll be back in a second. And there we go. We get ourselves a singularity. So I'm going to take that. I'm then going to go ahead and turn these off, because I think... if I'm not mistaken, I think these are causing some of, like, the massive lag on the server. When these things are trying to find inventories, I don't think the server really likes it. So I'm going to break both of those for now. I'll look into it between this episode and next. But for now, what we have is we have this guy here, the singularity. And you'll notice we only have 1. And if I was to go ahead and type in singularity, you'll notice is this one here, the quantum entangled singularity. This is the one that we want, and we want 2 of them. Now, the good news is we don't have to wait to get another one of these using that silly process we've just done. Instead, what we have to do is we have to get 1 ender pearl dust, which I've already gone ahead and got. You just go ahead and pulverize, macerate, or use the sag mill to get some ender pearl dust. Just basically grind down an ender pearl. And then what you got to do is you've got to blow both of the ender pearl and the singularity up together. Now, that I said that in a really weird way, but hopefully that made sense. And the way I'm going to do it, you can use normal TNT, but I like to use tiny TNT. It's added by Applied Energistics, I believe probably specifically for this purpose. And it's kind of fun. The little tiny TNT just does a little small explosion, just big enough to make this work and not damage anything else. So, we'll go ahead and we'll plonk down both this and this. We'll put the tiny TNT next to it. We'll blow it up with the lever. And once it's done... plunk. We got ourselves 2 of these itty-bitty little quantum entangled singularities. Nice. So let's go ahead and get rid of that little hole that we made. And then if we stick one of these in right here, like so, and then one of them in on the other side, they should connect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this terminal, and also some ME cable, just so that I can go ahead and try and test this when we get into the other dimension. I don't think we need anything else. We definitely don't need more than one controller. If you try and connect up more than one controller, it just doesn't work. So, what we need to do, although I might have to power this, I'm not too sure, in which case, I might move it over here just so it gets power from this thing. But let's see, if I put that in there, it doesn't work. So, let's try dismantling this thing. Now, I want to be careful. I don't want any of the parts to fall off the edge because this thing was expensive to build. Let's try build it over here for the time being, just so we can try and get some power hooked up to this thing. If I build it like here, that doesn't connect yet, but I think it might once we've made the whole, like, little bundle here. It didn't. Oh, that's annoying. Let me look at this. If I do this, or this, I'm fairly certain this thing's supposed to be able to get power, and I might. That doesn't work either. I might have to get an energy acceptor and transfer these, or yeah, I might have to be able to. Okay. Right. 1 second, guys. Oh, there we go. It works. Okay, cool. So, as you can see now, what we've got here is we've got an energy acceptor, which is taking energy from the redstone flux, which is coming from our central energy source back at our base, sending it through the ME cables here into the quantum ring, and then the quantum ring should... Oh, look at this! Look at this, we can access all of our stuff from the overworld here in a completely different dimension. This is absolutely fantastic. I love this thing. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, between episodes is probably move this thing, because I'm not a huge fan of it being over there. I'm also going to go ahead and make another ME crafting terminal so we can have one in the overworld and one in this dimension as well. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit like, and I will see you guys next time.